Welcome back to Dangerous Edge. It's me, Ryan. I'm here with Isaac. Today we are in a dried up river on a big boulder for a Talking on the Rocks kind of video. And today I wanted to talk with you, Isaac, specifically about the importance of going out into nature. Because you are one of those people who has that go-getter attitude of going solo on huge adventures in the wilderness. So tell me your thoughts.
Well, I grew up in LA, San Fernando Valley, very urban area. You know, it's kind of like suburbs of LA, but there's 2 million people that live there, so it's not really like suburbs. And I didn't really care too much for nature up until a couple of years ago. I mean, I would come here like Angeles Forest when I was like 18 or something with my friends to just, I don't know, look at the cars driving fast or something, but I didn't care about hiking or anything like that. And then COVID happened, and I just got stuck inside watching YouTube videos about hiking and whatnot. So I felt like I should do more of that, and then I got really into it, and now it's great, and I look forward to it all the time.
Nice.
You know, whenever I can, it's just very soothing. I mean, I still like the city, going to concerts and just walking around downtown or whatever. You know, it's still pretty cool, but I think it's good to have a balance of both. It's really just, I don't know, it's something just everybody should do. You know?
Yeah, I totally agree. I definitely feel that, like, week over week, if I don't go out to places like this, my mood changes. I get, like, I don't know, pessimistic. But coming out here is like a refresh on, like, what to me it means to be human a bit, you know? Like exploring, fresh air, surrounded by life, plant life, animal life. Yeah, and you know, COVID's very interesting because it was like a big launching point for me as well into my wilderness kind of lifestyle, because that's when I got into mountain biking. Before that, I was, you know, mostly skating and scootering. But once you get into mountain biking, you go all sorts of places in the wilderness. And that was like really a perspective change on like what I like. And I think that's also a testament to trying out new things in life sooner. Because I waited until I was like 26 or 7 to try mountain biking, and now I wish I did it when I was like 12, you know? So there's like a lot of things that we postpone, maybe out of boredom or just not being exposed. But yeah, it's nice to have that go-getter attitude, go out on like hiking trails and such.
Yeah, I think actually too, like when I started driving, I was just like Googling like what's the coolest place I could go, or like abandoned buildings or cool waterfalls or whatever, and like some of the stuff was here like in the forest or some other naturey area where we had to hike to get to, you know. So it was just like, I don't know, some of these cool places like you had to hike to get there, and I didn't have hiking shoes or anything. I literally just wore like Vans or something, but I was just like set from getting to that one area, you know. And now it's kind of the same if I'm doing like Mount Whitney or something like that, right? You have to like hike to get there, and that's like the only way you can get there. So it's kind of just like part of the process. I don't know. I don't think it's like necessarily because I love nature so much. I mean, I do love nature, but it's just like, it's just a challenge, you know, and that's what I really enjoy about it. Also too, just like learning all the different like, not necessarily like techniques of hiking or whatever, but just like, I don't know, just like building the physical endurance or whatever, you know, it just feels good.
Yeah, you know, one of my like fears in life is to be less capable physically than I am now, you know? And the way that I pacify that fear is by constantly doing things that take, you know, the most energy to do. And it's kind of like a use it or lose it mentality. So for me, like, that's a big part of going into nature too, is usually when I go into nature, we're hiking extensively, we're mountain biking, we're throwing knives, we're doing things that are very physically demanding that you just don't really get in the city setting unless you go to a gym. And if you know me, I'm not a gym guy at all. I can't stand being in a closed building working out on machines. Like, my workouts consist of like knife throwing, biking, skating, scootering. I have to like, there has to be like an element of like, I don't know, risk and like technique of like seamless flow that I demand in my workouts, you know?
Yeah, I think I agree with you a lot on that. Like, I mean, you can go to the gym and do that, you know, that's fine. It's good to be healthy and build muscle and all that and to look good or whatever. I mean, it's great for you. But like, I don't want to do that. It kind of just feels like pointless exercise for me. Like there's not really like a goal to it or anything. I mean, sure, people go to the gym and have goals or whatever, but I don't think of it like that versus like if I'm training and doing like longer and longer hikes or like more elevation gain or something, or I'm training for a marathon now. So it's like every week it's like building and building and building, and it is exercising, but I have that goal. Like I'm going to get like, you know, race day is so far away and like that's my goal and I'm training for that goal. So whenever I'm exercising, it feels like I'm really like building towards something, which I mean, like you definitely can do like at a gym, but it's like, I don't know, even like I wouldn't want to run like on a treadmill or something. That sounds pretty boring. Like I like running around, or even now when I run, I kind of just like pretend like I'm on a bike, just running around the city, like running in the street. And I don't know, it just feels good to just be outside.
Yeah, and I think to loop it back to nature, that's like the biggest reason that there's like a siren going on. Interesting.
Search and rescue.
Or like some fancy car crash. These people are ripping it down this, where are we at? What road is that?
I think that's Angeles Highway.
Angeles Highway. A lot of the fancy $250,000 cars and such just blasting by. But yeah, I mean, going into nature to me is like that goal that I need to work out. Because yeah, I think it's too mundane. I don't feel like I'm progressing like in any techniques when I'm on a treadmill. But when I'm out here, even if it's like we go to like today we came here to throw at a specific log garden where the Forest Service cut down a bunch of perfect logs and left them here that I went to 2 years ago. We came here today and the Forest Service moved all of them. In those 2 years, they removed everything. So we actually got kind of screwed in the sense of coming out here specifically to throw at these logs that weren't here. Thankfully, we were able to make it work in this dried up river. There was some logs, we were able to like line them up, and it worked out really well. So it's like even when you go into nature to get like a specific workout and it doesn't work out, it's not even like a bad thing. It's like, oh, we tried that, but hey, look where we are. And that's enough for me to want to do it, you know?
Yeah, I think too what's really cool about nature for me, or like what I really enjoy about it as opposed to like being in the city doing something else, is like when I'm in the city or something, like looking at art or going to like a concert or something like that, it's really kind of just like thinking about what other people are doing, or just like how we function as a society or something. Like if I'm looking at a painting or something, it's, you know, it's like thought-provoking and all that, but it's just like, I don't know, it doesn't have like that personal element for me, like as opposed like if I go on like a hike or something, I'm kind of just staring at a tree or like, you know, touching dirt or something like that. It just like really makes me think more about I don't know, just more personal reflection that I don't get like in the city, you know. Like I think it's just, I don't know what brings it out in nature. It's kind of just, I just enjoy walking around by myself in the forest or
it is a
wherever.
great thing.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just really good for personal reflection that I just can't really seem to find anywhere else, you know.
Well, you know, now you're making me think maybe like what causes that is when you're in society, everything around you is man-made, it's built. Yeah. And it makes you kind of consider your worth and like what you create. Where when you come out into nature, everything is just what it is. And I think that's calming, that like this tree has no ambition to be anything. You see a deer just kind of living life, you know. It's like there's less comparative like subtones. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's really what I meant to say. I think you worded it much better than I did. Yeah, especially in LA, everybody wants to be somebody famous or the next big thing or something like that, versus like if you're just like on a hiking trail, like you're literally just one with the trees and that's it, you know, or like it just feels natural, you know, and like nothing is forced, right? I mean, even if you're like doing a crazy hike or something, I don't feel like it's like forced. You're just, you know, kind of walk in the woods.
Yeah, anywhere you stop is a great place to relax and take in the view and such.
Yeah.
Well, to wrap it up, any final thoughts on like the importance of nature?
It's good for everybody. I think I get a little irritated when people say they don't like hiking or something. Everybody should do. Even it doesn't have to be like a hard hike. I'm not saying like climb a mountain or something, but you know, go on like a little walk around the block or something like that. Go to your park and just walk in a circle or something, or like literally just like go and like, you know, touch a tree or something, or just like get that app on your phone that just tells you like certain plants are called or something like that. It's like good to know all this stuff. Like it doesn't make any sense to me like when people like have zero ambition to do that, you know. I mean, it's cool to like artificial things like cars or something like that. That's fine, but it's just like so like fabricated. It just like feels weird to me. You know, it's not
Absolutely.
like everybody can like their own thing. I'm not saying cars are stupid. I like my car. I put some sick stuff on my car to get closer to nature. Actually,
There we go.
put big chunky tires so I could drive on the roads around here. Put a little lift, all that stuff, which is great. But yeah, I don't know. Just being out there is just really nice.
Yeah, I think to wrap it up for me too, like nature is a huge part of my life. Whenever I'm at home in free time, I'm literally writing in Google Docs my next trip plan, doing research. You know, ideally when I find my own place and really settle down, I'm looking to be like in some big pine trees, sequoia kind of vibes. It's just a beautiful atmosphere. And I'm hoping to really keep my relationship with nature strong and really go to all these amazing places. Yeah, that, you know, it's just really awesome, and have a good relationship with the outdoors. Know what I'm doing when I go places, and be able to take care of myself if the world goes down the drain.
Yeah, I think to really wrap it up, when I die someday, hopefully not soon, I would like to be cremated and have my ashes just scattered, you know, in the forest somewhere, so I could just continue just being outside.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
being
beautiful.
even being like dead in a coffin sounds pretty miserable. I would
Yeah.
rather be like outside, you know, even when I'm gone, just kind of scattered around, hanging around outside.
Yeah, throw
Yeah.
me off Half Dome. That'd be sick.
Okay, we'll cremate you and just
I'll base jump when I'm dead. You know,
yeah. All right.
All right, well, cool. This was our talk about the importance of nature, and you know, I'm stoked on the opportunities we've had in nature. I'm looking forward to what's next, and yeah, it's been great, Isaac. Finally getting to do a little talking on the rocks with you, and I'm sure we'll catch up and do some more soon.
All right.
Sweet. Bye.